I'm going to mute everyone real quick and then share a little bit about, who is that? Okay, so this is recording. I'm just going to do some quick recognition from all of us. So as far as Success Club points so far for March, I'm so excited. So Tori, you're sitting at 4. I'm also at 4. Sam, you are at 2. We have Brindle at 2. Everyone else, guys, it's only March 12th. There are 31 days this month. This is seriously the time to really start planting those seeds and talking to people. Know that all of your hard work is not going unnoticed. It does take people some time. A lot of you are pretty new. So the biggest thing that you can do to help yourself is posting consistently. It's going to be so much less stressful and fearful to reach out and invite somebody when you know that you are already doing it yourself, and you can easily say to them, hey, I'm not sure if you've seen any of my posts. But you can't say that if all you're posting are cat and dog memes, right? So really share with them that you're already doing it so that they just naturally want to do it with you. Okay, so that's Success Club for right now. Since a lot of us are still pretty new, I'm going to hold off on the volume for a little bit. We'll talk about that later on. But I'm really excited. I want to introduce Caroline to you guys. So I met Caroline last year. She's actually somebody that I really started following when I first became a coach because her posts are awesome. She has completely found her niche market. She knows that everyone that she reaches out to, whether they say yes or no right then and there, they're gonna say yes eventually because it's her niche market. They're her tribe. And then more than that, just, you know, she's like, I know that a lot of you don't know what elite is, but it really does revolve around how great you are at training your new coaches in that year, right? And Caroline is always at the top of these boards. So when you girls are an emerald rank, meaning you have 2 people on your team, you're going to be invited into the Boom Fam. It's a team page just like our Island of Warriors page is, but the difference there is that you're going to see just how large our family is. Okay, so you're going to see Caroline at the top of all of these boards. Okay, so she's really big on getting Success Club early in the month, not stressing out, not letting people feel like you're pressuring them into buying something, anything like that. Okay, so I'm just going to have Caroline take it off and just kind of start sharing. And so we can all please have notes, guys. You're going to take a lot of notes. You will. All right, Caroline, you can take it off.
Okay, perfect. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was telling Emily that my Wi-Fi is weird. So if I pause for a second, hopefully I'll catch it and just wait like 4 seconds. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to talk about creating a daily to-do list and how that will help you hit Success Club consistently and not on the last day of the month. I want to say last year, and I stopped doing it after like the second month, was really there the last day of the month, really helping my coaches till like 11 p.m. help them hit Success Club. And that's not a life you want to live. I wasn't even doing it. I was like sitting there waiting with my coaches, helping them do it. And it's just not fun. Like if that's a Friday night, you want to be able to either lay in your PJs and watch How to Get Away with Murder, or you want to be able to go out with your husband or whatever it is. And I did it for 2 months, and I was like, you're on your own after 7 p.m. I'm tired. So it really, this doing a daily to-do list and really working hard consistently every day, long-term will make your life so much better. So my life before list, I hit Success Club 2 of my first 10 months. And out of being Emerald. And then after going to a live event, I'm a huge live event fan. If you don't have your summit ticket, I would definitely get your summit ticket. It just, every time, there's always 1 or 2 people that go to a live event and they come back and their business is completely changed, and you want to be that person. So after going to a live event and then implementing a daily to-do list literally every single day, I've hit Success Club 10, 30 months in a row since then. I'm a 6-star combined diamond. So I'm 5-star in my first CBC and then a 1-star in my second CBC. I was 2016 Premier Coach and 2017 Elite. So I like to say that not to like brag on myself, but to show you that you don't like, you see all these people start off and hit diamond in 2 months or hit Success Club the first 6 months and you're maybe sitting there at month 7 and you're like, wait, like, I don't even know if I can do this. Like you can see, I didn't start off strong. I made like $1,000 my first year. And then I jumped because I really started implementing the consistent daily behaviors that I'll talk about. So to-do list, you don't need to work 80 hours a week to be successful. You do need to work from a list. I work a full-time job, way more than 40 hours a week. And I just scroll my newsfeed, hang out in groups. Okay, freeze. Oh, we're back.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't have time to scroll my newsfeed or hang out in groups all day. I need to be doing more than inviting the same 25 people. If you're doing that and you're calling it work, you're cheating yourself. And the only way to really catch that is to be working from a list. So Monday through Friday, and this really is Saturday, Sunday too. There's just a couple things I'll add on the end. I personally wake up early and put myself first. I go to work at 7 a.m. So that means I'm getting up at like 4:15, which means I really force myself to go to bed by like 8:30 or 9. But it's so worth it for me. I've done the lunch workout. I've done the evening workouts. I was really a fan of getting up before, but there's such satisfaction of getting everything done before work, because I don't know about you guys, but I could be done with work at 5, which is rare, but I could be done work at 9. And the last thing I want to do when I'm leaving my full-time job at like 8 o'clock is go home and do like work. As much as like we say, like do when you don't want to do it, it's much easier to refreshed than at night when you get home from a long day, or maybe you had a fight with your boyfriend and those negative thoughts in your mind. So I do my personal development while I'm drinking my pre-workout, then I work out, and then I have my shake. And then meanwhile, I'm posting on social media throughout the day. My personal page 3 times, my like page I really try once a day, Instagram twice a day, Snapchat and IG stories I try to just post like little things. And I try to really post things that people can like relate to. Like today I like couldn't find my cell phone and I like realized it's in my hand. So I made a Snapchat video being like, I can't believe it's looking for my cell phone when it was in my hand. Just little things like that people can relate to. And it's just really important to consistently post, because if you're not posting and you reach out to someone and they go to your page and they scroll through and all they see is, as Emily said, like just your dog, your cat, or you haven't posted in 3 days, it's going to be hard for them to trust you and want to join you. And sometimes you just forget. I have a coach who is very good at doing her workouts, and I see her do it every day in the challenge group. And I went to her page and I had to scroll back to January 29th to find a workout picture, just because she just was forgetting to put, she's working out every day and then she's just cheating herself. So you really got to remember to post, being proof of the product, and just post in general more than just life is good, but you don't want it to just be your dog, your cat. I do my invites, so I post immediately, because post-workout is when I feel the happiest, not just about this business, but about life. And that really conveys in the message. If I do it at night, yeah, I'm excited about this business, but usually I'm exhausted. So I really like do it right after the workout, and I invite about 20 to 30 people a day. I don't do more than that. Sometimes I'll do a little bit less, maybe 15, but I try to stay in the 15 to 30 range every single day. Challenge group. So then after my invites, I post in my challenge group. I respond to comments in my challenge group. And then I message my current challengers. And I really focus on the people who signed up the current month and the prior month, messaging every day. But like people who signed up, for example, in December, I probably message them either if they fall off in the group, or if probably like once every other week or so. Then I do unread my inbox, and I set a time. So let's say I go to my inbox right now and it's 7:13. I write down like 7:20. So I unread, but any message that came in after 7:20, I say like, in me, it froze. There we go. This is a perfectionist in me that I set a time. So like 7:13, I'm going to start responding. Any message that comes in at 7:20, I am not responsible for responding right then, because I could be in my inbox for hours and hours and hours. So I set that time. Anything that comes in after 7:20, I'm not responsible for today. And I just start responding to the messages. That really has cut my time, because I used to spend hours, literally hours in my inbox trying to unread it. And my perfectionist in me like needs me to say like, Caroline, it's okay for you to not respond to those messages. So if you're a perfectionist, I highly suggest it. Then I message and add new friends. I first message all new friends from the day before, because sometimes when I start adding, they'll it will just start climbing and then I'll miss people. So I message people first. And I usually go to their page. I have to be very careful to avoid current students. I went to Gettysburg College, if anyone knows where that is, in Pennsylvania. And so I go to a lot of my friends and their people you may know, but a lot of people are friends with current students. So if you're doing that with people who maybe are just out of school, just be careful. Try to avoid current students. I have a couple current student coaches, but it's really hard when you're in school to also add coaching. So I add 50 people from people you may know. It's generally from people you may know. And generally Gettysburg, I try to do alums, as I said. Gettysburg is a very affluent college. People can afford a $150 challenge pack at that school. So that's why I focus on that. And then I also focus on schools like that, like Bucknell and stuff like that, where I have friends. Then, so I message and then I add the people. Then follow-ups. I have a calendar system. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. But basically, like, let's say Emily and I are talking today, and she's like, no, I'm not really interested right now. I personally, and everyone has their own follow-up system, so just make sure you do whatever follow-up system works for you. But I put Emily in my calendar. I have a calendar just for follow-ups, and I put her in the calendar for like 3 weeks from today. So whatever, each day I've turned the calendar, and the new page already has the names written down of the dates in this little calendar. It's easy for me because it's just a little book and it keeps it organized for me. So I use that calendar, and then the first day of the month, I go. You can go to Messenger and you can start seeing like by last name A through Z. It's unstable. Let's see, can you hear me, Emily? You can. And I just start going through those letters as like not fast, like I'm doing quality follow-ups, but I try to hit my entire friends list in the first 10 days of the month. It sounds like a lot of follow-ups, but it really, you'll get a lot of people that way. And almost every month I hit Success Club at least 6, usually 10 by the 10th of the month. And it's truly because of doing these follow-ups. Sometimes I've started on the 31st, but I don't like to hold people. Like if someone's writing on the 31st, I want them to sign up on the 31st. I used to do holding, and like I lost a lot of people who were like a week later something came up or their car broke down or whatever it was. So I usually do it the 31st in the afternoon or the 1st in the morning, and I just follow up with literally everybody on my friends list.
Can I add to that real quick?
Yeah.
So another reason why the A to Z is so great, and I've told you guys this like a million times, because don't think that you're being annoying by posting 3 to 5 times a day on your Facebook page. You have to remember that most people are not seeing your posts. If you have more than 1,000 friends right now, ask yourself how many of the same people are you seeing in your newsfeed? The same people. So you're forgetting about a ton of people. So when you go back through and you start liking and commenting on those people's posts when you're doing the A through Z, they're going to start to pop up in your newsfeed more. So what does that mean? If you like and comment on their stuff, you're going to pop up in their newsfeed more. And it's a great way to not forget about people, you know? And you might have missed, just like Caroline was saying, if you are adding a lot of people, when you go to send those Hey Girl messages and you click on recently added, so you're going to go to your friends, recently added, that's going to show you everyone that just accepted your friend request. When you have too many people through there, it'll only show you so many. So you might have just missed some of those people. So you'll go back through and be like, holy crap, I connected with you like a month ago. Hey girl, how are you? So you just kind of like say it like that.
Yeah, and that's a great point. When I first started doing this, a couple common people that I connected with in like June and didn't even realize I hadn't sent them a message because of that. And so then I had to like wait to then invite them because I first had to connect with them. So it's so important to go through the A through Z. And that's so true about posting. So many times people post once and think that's annoying, but like I post like a lot and I message people. I'm like, hey, I'm not sure if you've seen my post, but I have an upcoming like March Madness challenge group. Would you like more information on joining us? And they're like, what post? So then I'm like, okay. Or people sometimes, like this morning I posted something about how I was walking with a cane 3 years ago with a back injury, and I had so many people private message me and be like, I had no idea you had a back injury. And that, like, I feel like I post that all the time. So you just have to remember that people aren't seeing your post that much. Let's see. Miscellaneous, happy birthday. I just private messaged them happy birthday. I posted my challenge group at night. And I respond back. I don't know, Emily, what you do, but like for my challenge groups, it's what was your nutrition, rate the 1 to 5? How was your fitness, 1 to 5? Positivity, 1 to 5? And then what did you love about the day? What did you learn about your day? And so obviously that's like a pretty like big check-in. So people usually have comments and I respond to them at night. I have an issue. Friend requests. So I go through all my friend requests. I have to make sure a lot of times it's like someone from Plexus today or like not in the country. And I honestly recently have been not accepting people who are just not my tribe. And this is all what you want to do. But like last year, I was just talking to Pat about this today. Last year in January, I recruited like 45 people in the month, but like 3 of those people are left, and those 3 people are like amazing and I love them. But then last month I recruited 4 people and they're all like my tribe people. So now I've just been a little bit more selective with my friend requests because I want to be more selective with my time and give more time to those people that are really my tribe. So like guys, not really my tribe. I have 2 guy coaches who I absolutely love. But usually they're like creepy people who want to buy me for horses. So those are the friend requests. So just make sure like you're not accepting people that are in different network marketing or you think they look like they could stalk you or something. Then I'm checking Dash to Diamond if you're in Dash to Diamond. And then I am checking my online office. And of course, like I'm sure you know, if you sign up a coach, like check with Emily on could do thing right in the system, could do it wrong. So just make sure you're checking Coach Online Office for like things like that. And then the weekend, everything I just listed, I do on the weekend. But I add coach and challenger calls. This is just me personally. I work a full-time job, and I already have team calls during the week. So I really just do my one-on-ones on the weekend. I'm more refreshed. I know that I'll be home for them. I plan my upcoming groups. I take a very critical view of my social media posts, and this you have to be really critical of yourself and really look at your last like on Saturday, and then I do the same thing on Sunday. I scroll for 15 seconds and I have to like really think about what I'm portraying to those people who stalk me for 15 seconds when I message them. And then personally, I don't schedule a day off because life happens. Like one day this week, I literally did nothing but my workout and my shake. It only happens probably twice a month, but that's why I don't schedule a day off because I know something will come up. And honestly, like no one has a perfect life. Something's always going to come up. So for 30 months in a row, I've hit Success Club by the 10th of the month by doing a to-do list like that every single day. I really get everything listed. I think with my workout added, I would say it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes because I'm really focused. I'm not scrolling my newsfeed. I'm not sitting in groups. It's funny. I'm in a group called The Wall, which is for 5 stars and above. And Melanie Mitra, who's been the top coach for 3 years in a row, she'll get tagged in something and you won't see her comment for like 4 days. So she clearly is like blinders on, focused on her own business and like not hanging out in groups like a lot of people are. So that's all I have. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, guys, totally reach out and ask questions. So, like, if you feel like you don't know what you should be spending more time on right now, if you don't know what, I mean, you should know what this stuff is, but if you don't know what, like, your Coach Online office is, if you don't know what CBC is, do you guys know what a CBC is? Nod your heads yes or no. Okay.
So the Coach Business Center, sorry. So CBC is a Coach Business Center. So when your first Coach Business Center, which is what you guys all have, gets a 2-star, which means you have 1 diamond on one leg and a person sponsored and another person sponsored diamond on the other leg. That's my second business center.
So say that one more time. So when you have those 2 diamonds, you have 1 on each leg, you can open up a second business center. Okay? So ideally, you're going to put that second business center on your weak leg.
Yeah, mine's on my mom's. My mom is on my weak leg, and my business center is my mom's weak leg. So I run every challenge pack through my second business center. It still gives me the Success Club points, but I get to cycle off of that volume, and my mom cycles off of that volume on her weak leg.
So that's where we talk about triple dipping and stuff. That's why that's why coaches are really going to urge you, if you are here to build this business, to sign up a spouse as your first coach on your weak leg. And by spouse being in quotations, it can be a family member, it can be your sister, it can be whatever. Just as long as it's somebody's account that you can personally control. Meaning that if they're about to lose a rank, you can log into that account and put a coach underneath there. So you don't want to be like your best friend because, it's probably they're going to want to do that. But if it's like a family member or the boyfriend, you can obviously control their account.
Yeah, it's huge having my mom signed up. And I do want to say for anyone, like for me, I had a really hard time my first year coaching. No one in my family supported me. My mom tried to write me a check to stop coaching because she didn't understand that it wasn't about the money. And no one in my family, and still I have a very hard time. My mom was like doing some weird diet. She like thinks the containers are weird. But she drinks 1/3 scoop of greenberry Shakeology every 5 days or something. I don't even know. But it took a long time for her to even let me sign her up. So if for some reason everyone in your family says like, no, absolutely not, you're crazy, don't give up, just keep showing up, because if you keep showing up, they'll eventually join. But I didn't have anyone signed up for a really long time, and unfortunately now it's biting me in the butt for the volume because there's people above my mom, and that kind of sucks. Still ask, and like if they say no, then they say no. But yeah, I really wish she had signed up earlier. It was a year later, so she misses a lot of volume every week. But I just wanted to say, like, for some reason, if you don't have anybody, or like your family member, your spouse, or whatever is like, you're crazy, I'm not doing this. There are people like me who have them start later, and it's okay. But if you can in any way get them signed up, like get them signed up ASAP. My dad just let me sign him up now 3 years later. So.
What else am I just going to ask you? Can you share quickly your why? Because there's a lot of people on here who that income is not their number one motivating factor. And I know that yours is not.
Yeah, my why is not income based, and I like try to think of the income too. It's like great to have a secondary income, but it's not my why. I absolutely miserable, and I still struggle with anxiety, but like not like panic attack daily kind of thing. And I can't imagine where I would be right now, or if I would be alive if I hadn't joined coaching. And every morning when I wake up and I'm like, I kind of want to hit snooze, I kind of don't. I literally have a sign above my nightstand. And it reminds me that I can't rob someone else of this opportunity to completely change their life. Like someone gave me the gift of the opportunity. And it's kind of like it's like kind of hard to explain like that unless you like really get that. But I really just want to help other people change their life in the way that I changed mine, and to go from no friends to so many close friends. That I don't know, just no drama. It's just an amazing, incredible community that I just want not have to have anxiety, and just feel that. So income is definitely there. It's nice to be able to fly home whenever I want to. But if there was no money involved, in a minute I would do this anyways because of the huge impact it's had on my life. And I struggled for so long with anxiety and eating disorders. And I know when I was back then, I felt like there was no way out, and there was no way to just feel so much happiness and full of life. So that's really my why. And I have to remind myself in the days that I don't want to do it, or people are saying no, or people are saying you're crazy. I know there's a Caroline out there, and I still haven't found that Caroline. I know there's a Caroline. I found amazing people for my team, but I haven't found that person who was struggling as bad as I was. And I can't possibly not invite, or I can't possibly not post, or I can't show up because that person needs me to show up, because they're sitting there wishing there was some way out. So that's really my why.
I love that. Does anyone want to ask anything? You can unmute yourselves. Don't be shy. I know you're all thinking something. Wait, Tori, are you talking? Good. I can't hear you.
You might have to type.
Do you want to type it in the message box? Do you know how to do that? At the bottom, you see chat. Caroline, while she's typing that out, so one of the things I'm really big on now is like working with the willing and not dragging the lazy. So for me personally, I try to explain that when I first signed up, Amy wasn't my coach. That I was given, Chrissy was my coach. She gave me a welcome letter with 13 hours worth of training videos and said, get back to me when you're done. And weirdly enough, I actually did it because that's what I thought I had to do. So my biggest thing here is that this is their own business, and it's really important for everybody to know that, and that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail forward, but that Google, Pinterest, and YouTube are your BFF. So kind of how do you teach your coaches to, you've had the training. I've kind of gone off of your 7-day training. I've obviously tweaked it a little bit, but I like that a little bit better than what the Coach Basics was that I was in. So after that, like, do you really encourage them to dive into either Path to Emerald or the 21-day self-paced training that I saw that you had? I saw Ashley Feldyson had talked about that. What do you recommend?
So, yeah, I was doing the 21-day self-paced training, and then I felt it's hard because I do 7 days every Monday, and that's easy. But then it's like I want people to start in a group, and I'm not recruiting as high numbers anymore because I'm really focusing on just my people, and just one person who's self-paced training by themselves. It's hard. So I've kind of gone away with that. I do the 7-day basics, and I can do that with one person or 5 people, whatever it is, whenever they're ready. And then we focus on early on, like to-do lists. Like I give them like, this is your early to-do list. So for people for people just starting off, I really focus on just like posting on social media, friending. I have them friend people you may know a ton. So Wendy, one of my new coaches, her like beginning to-do list, I think, was post on social media, friend 50 people a day, message those people, and then also make a list separately of warm market or like friends you know in real life or family, everyone you think that would be good for this opportunity or would be willing to help you out. So on the two ends, I have her friending a ton of people to begin with for those 6 months down the road. Because if she does it now, then in 6 months they'll be ready. But if she waits until she's gone through all the warm market people to start friending, then it's going to be an additional 6 months. So I create that like beginning to-do list, and we work our way through the warm market people while she's doing the friending. And that's really just all I have them do. So I work with them, and I probably do like 2 one-on-one calls as long as they're doing that stuff. The first like 2 self-paced training, I have it there in the files if they want to access it, but I've really just started more with like action plan. And then I kind of go from there. Like she's been really active, and she joined Dash to Diamond, so obviously that's like a rare thing. But if someone was more falling off, then I would just have them continue to I would give them another to-do list, maybe with less items. It just depends on where they go. So I try to give them like a tangible, like you should be doing these actions versus just more and more training. Because at a certain point, like training can go on forever. You got to start doing this stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so Tori, your question was A to Z for your follow-ups. Are these people you've already reached out to, or are they new people? So I consider a follow-up as somebody that you have invited and you are reaching back out to them. An invite, I consider somebody that you've never invited before. So like when you're going through and, marking off your tally sheets, an invite would be somebody I've never invited before, or somebody that I invited like 4 or more months ago. Like if it's been that new, I mean, half of your invites and follow-ups are gonna kind of blend together a little bit. So like my thank you messages almost always turn into an invite, right? But like I'm still tracking my thank you messages. So those follow-ups when you're going through A to Z, like we said, that could be somebody that you've never hey girl messaged before. So that would be a hey girl message rather than a follow-up. But sometimes to keep things like very efficient, if I'm doing the A to Z method just for follow-ups, I will skip over but write down the people that maybe I never messaged before. Because right now I'm not doing hey girl messages. Right now I'm doing follow-ups. So I'll just take note of their name and then just keep going down through the messages. Same thing when I go to invite people. Okay, if I'm doing the A to Z method and it's not time to invite that person, I skip their name. Right now it is 30 minutes of inviting. Especially because I know that I dislike inviting more than anything. So I know I need that focused, like productive time of just doing that. So I skip over their name, but if there's somebody that I want to pick up that conversation, I'll just jot their name down on a piece of paper under my follow-up list. Does that answer your question? Okay, cool. Does anybody else want to ask anything before we let Caroline go? Nod. All right. Well, thank you so much. You are awesome. Go ahead. I lost you. Oh, Ashley, do you want to ask something?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have a question about connecting versus inviting. So when you were talking, you said something about those 2 different words. Do you message someone and try to connect with them like on a personal level before you invite them, or do you just right off the bat invite them?
Yeah, I personally never like do a right off the bat, like no connection at all. I think there's a balance because I know of people who will connect and form for literally a year before inviting. So you don't want to do that, obviously, but you don't want to you have to think like, what would you like? If some random person friended you and didn't even like say like, hey, how's it going? Or like, I see you also went to Gettysburg, or I see you're also from Pennsylvania, or some kind of connection. Like I get really, really annoyed when people do that to me. So you just have to do a fine balance between some kind of connection before they invite.
I'll add to that, and definitely for Facebook, because it is more personal. You want to build that relationship. But what you don't want to do is get stuck in the friend zone. Okay? So right now in Dash to Diamond last week, one of the presenters, his name's Keith Callahan, had said that you want to let them know that you're a part of a business. That you are not just going to sell them something and just check them off and see you later. That you are going to work with them and you're going to actually help them utilize what they've just purchased from you. The difference, though, is that, yes, what the basis of what I get to know is I want to know if are you working? Are you in school? What's your marital status? Are you single? Are you in a relationship? And just what do you like to do for fun? I don't get any deeper than that because I'm going to get to know you if you join my group or my team, right? So the reason if you get too far into the friend zone, like you're talking about some deep shit there, and then you invite them, it's going to feel like I just poured my life and heart out to you and now you're just trying to sell me something. I kind of get that a lot. And it's like, oh, well, sure, I guess you're right. So just, they know you're messaging them for a reason. Be friendly, professional, but you are a business owner, okay? Instagram is a little different. If they like your post and it is about a challenge group or it's about the coaching opportunity, no, you can DM them, thank them, and ask them if they would be open to a conversation or to chat more about it on Facebook. You are inviting them from Instagram, which is a really annoying platform to work from when messaging people, to Facebook, where it's very simple. You can organize it. Unread messages. Instagram is like, ugh, until they take it to the website and actually I can use it on a desktop computer. So Instagram's a little bit different. Yes. Tori, did you not go through training? Yeah. So all success challenge packs are 2 points. Shakeology now is also 2 points, but they have to be on home direct. So they can order one time or they can order on home direct, meaning it's getting shipped out every month. If they're on home direct, you get 2 points for that. For the all access, up until the end of February, it was 3 points. Now it is only 2, but it stayed at the $199. So you seriously can't beat that because it's the craziest deal ever. I would rather have it drop Success Club points instead of increased in price. And you should be happy with that too. Ashley, does that answer your question?
Yes. What if it's somebody that I already know, like really well, like a family member, like a close friend, like they know that I'm starting this, and like if you don't know, like I'm super, super new, but like if they know that I'm starting this and it's like obvious that that's why I'm messaging them, like is it okay? Like I have my husband's brother's wives, so like my sister-in-laws, I am not close to them at all. And I feel like they don't really like me, but I feel like I should still reach out to them because I don't want to like not reach out to them and then be like she talked to everyone except us, like she doesn't like us either. And so I feel like I need to talk to them about it, but I feel like it's going to be obvious, like, okay, you're only messaging me because you're starting this new business. Is it okay to be like, hey, just want to let you know that I'm starting this new opportunity. I'm really excited about it. I don't know. Like, is it okay to lead with that if it's a situation like that, or does that even make sense?
Carolyn, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, if it's like that, something family, even like people you think don't like you, I personally don't think you need to like beat around the bush. You can just say like exactly what you said. Like, I'm super excited for this new opportunity that started. I'm really excited that I'm running at my next challenge group soon. Whatever date. Are you interested in joining me? Or are you interested in more information on the cost details? I don't know, Emily, how you say. I usually say cost details so people immediately know like they're going to be spending money versus like I thought it'd be free.
No, I do that. I don't do that too. I'll be like, so if I were to send you a few more details about the cost and or what will I say? Yeah, about cost / details. It depends on the person. Right. So like sometimes like if they know that I'm already in a business, I'm not going to say cost details. Like I talk about challenge groups all the time if you're following my posts. If it's family and like you're just getting started, yes. For people that I've just started a relationship with, and they'll reach out and say like, hey, I saw that like you're super into health and fitness. Like I'm looking to start my journey too. Like what do you do? Like, well, I run like these paid accountability groups. So I want them to know like, yeah, you're going to have to pay for this. Just like if you were going to the gym. It is crazy to me sometimes how people think that all this stuff is just for free because it's not. I mean, it's the time and the value that we put into all of this stuff. Like that's just what's crazy. So yeah, you can lead with that. Let them know, especially if it's friends and family, just right off the bat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Caroline, I'm going to let you go. We're going to stay on for just 5 more minutes to do things, but thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, guys. So first off, I just want to say, hey, Ashley, for getting on your first team call. Hi. Thank you, Tori and Ashley, for asking questions. So basically, the biggest thing that I took away from that is you guys just need to have a list to work with. So, like, let me get my thing real quick. Okay, so every night before the next day, okay, so before I go to bed, I write out a list of 50 names. You can see them right here. These are just names from the past people. Sorry, not past people. These are names of people that I've just gone through my Facebook Messenger app on my phone. And when I open that app, I can click on people at the bottom. When you click on people, all of your friends are going to be listed in alphabetical order by first name. It is kind of weird that they do first name, but that's how they do it. And what I do is I pick 10 people from every letter. If you think about that, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. I don't have a lot of friends with the letters Z or W or V or Y as their first name. So that kind of cuts out some of that. But multiply that by 10, that's like 200 people right now. The 10 that I pick from each letter are just people I can invite. Only people I will invite. So what does that mean? They're going to be either people that I've talked to and the conversation died out and it never went anywhere. It doesn't matter if our last conversation was a week ago, 5 months ago, or a year and a half ago. Okay? I will just reach out to them. And how I do that, I will have 2 tabs open on my web browser. One for Messenger, so like my message inbox, and then one of their profile page. I like and comment on 1 to 2 things, and genuinely like and comment. If they really don't have anything that you like that they post, then don't even invite them in the first place. Skip over their name, right? Because it's just going to be a sale, or they're going to buy it and then they're going to return it, or they're not even going to respond to you. It's going to be a waste of your time to have invited them and wrote their name down. So I pick 10 people from each letter. As a new coach, yours might be 2 people from each letter. That's 22 letters in the alphabet. That's 44 people. That's still a lot of people to invite. But why I do that is that when I go to do my invites the following day and I know I have 30 minutes to sit down and invite, I'm not scrambling to find people. I work from this list, and all I do is just cross them off as I do it. It makes it so easy. And it took me 15 minutes last night to do this whole list for today. So I know when I go down here, I can just straight up invite them. And then I do the same thing with Instagram. So I just have their Instagram name listed, and it's just people that have liked my post or who have recently followed me. And all I have next to it is an I or an HG, meaning invite or hey girl. And I already have invites and hey girl messages sent to or typed in my phone in my notes section. If you want my invite and my hey girl message on Instagram, message the group chat and I will text this to you personally, okay? So I will hey girl message or invite them. It's just like Facebook. So that's one of the ways that I work from a list. The other thing is, like today, there wasn't any fancy order to it, but right at the bottom of my to-do list, I literally had what I was doing from 2 to 2:20, 2:20 to 3, 3 to 3:15, right? I know it takes me longer to invite than it does to send a hey girl message, because it's hey girl, thanks so much for accepting my friend request. Saw we had a good bit in common, would love to talk more sometime. Sending good vibes your way. That takes me 2 seconds to do that, right? So, and I don't message them back right away. Especially if I have 20 minutes to send hey girl messages. This is all I'm doing right now. You're working a business. Yes, you will build friendships out of this, but making friends can't be your first thing. It's naturally going to happen. It's naturally going to happen. But the best part is when you build a business and you become friends with boss girls, like literally like boss chicks. It is so cool to have conversations with people about like, what are your goals? Like, how much money do you want to make this year? How many lives are you focusing on changing and inspiring this month? Like, those are cool conversations, not, oh, did you see, like, what Kim Kardashian just came out with? Like, no. And that's people that don't have so many exciting things going on in their life. That's why they're talking about other people's lives. I used to be, like, the biggest fan of the Kardashians. Like, literally, like, ate, slept, and breathed all of their drama. And don't get me wrong, like, every now and then, like, that's, like, something I enjoy doing is like scrolling through Instagram and looking at their lives. But when you are so focused on working on your own life, none of that stuff matters anymore, right? So just working from a list. Now, for me, yesterday, I didn't do anything. I posted 1 time on Facebook, 0 times on Instagram, and I didn't do anything. I was sick yesterday, but still not, and I took the day off. But That didn't beat me up today. I got up today, and I just, instead of trying to make up yesterday, I just focused on kicking ass today. That's all you got to do. Don't continually try to make up what you didn't do this past week. Move forward. Because when you start to just move forward, just say, hey, it was a shit day, whatever, I'm moving on. You're use that as your fuel to your fire. Use that as motivation to be really awesome today. Because every day that you can move forward, progression is happiness, guys. Why sometimes people just are like, I'm okay. It's because they're getting by. They're kind of moving forward, not fast, but they're moving someplace. Happiness is progress. If you read any personal development book, that's really what it is. So biggest things to take away from the call are have a list that you're working from. Okay, so if you want to share that tonight in our Island of Warriors page under Sunday's list where you can post your activity tracker, post for the whole week, friend requests, invites, follow-ups. What is your number that you want to hit? And think to yourself, what is manageable? Not what's the bare minimum that I can do. Like, have a little push goal, okay? And try to do that for Saturday and Sunday too. If your goal is to just cover your Shakeology, to not replace your income, to not make this your full-time job, then no, take a day off. It's okay. It's okay. We all have different goals. For me, you guys know my goal is really, really, really big. Like, I want to be earning $2,000 a week by the end of the summer. That's enough to cover Ben and I to go off and start our own business together, right? So that's my main goal. So no, I don't typically take off a day during the week. But I'm different than a lot of you girls because I don't really have a real job, right? So I know that I should be able to get 40 invites in a day. But whatever you're doing, just try to be consistent, okay? Just try to be consistent. That's really all it is. And if you're going to do anything, it is adding new people to your network, following up, aka just having conversations, and then inviting. But if you are not following new people on Instagram, if you are not adding new friends to your network, you're never going to have new conversations. You're never going to meet that one person. Like, personally, I love all of you. And to be honest with you, 5 months ago, I don't think I had one person I think I had maybe like one person on my team who was like my niche. But right now, every single one of you, I like literally love, like so much. Like, I could not explain to you in words how cool it is that I feel like I've really found my tribe. So reach out to each other. One other thing I was going to say to finish this off is think about having a success partner. Okay? A success partner is somebody that you have a similar work schedule to, like a work-life balance schedule with. Reach out to them and say, hey girl, I looked at my schedule. I wrote out when I work. I wrote out when I grocery shop, when I have a doctor's appointment, when I spend time with my family, when I walk my dog, when I am with my husband or my boyfriend or whatever. And I looked at that and I'm willing to work 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and then 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. 5 days a week. Would you do that with me? Okay? And find somebody that wants to do that. Post it in the team page, wherever you want to do it. And then whoever comments, all you guys can do is do this. So every day, Monday through Saturday, Amy, my coach, and I, we get on Zoom. We mute each other. I play music. I don't know what she does. And we just work. I have my list. She has her list. But it's the fact that I can see her on the top of my screen. Because Amy's like kind of my boss or like my motivator. And so when I see her up there, I'm like, I want to keep working. If I see Amy still up there, I was like, well, I'm going to send out more invites than Amy does. It's like that competitive little, I don't know. So do it. It really does work. It really does help. If somebody in our team page right now doesn't have the same schedule as you, reach out to me, okay? And I will plug you into, there's a Success Partners Beachbody group on Facebook. There's like hundreds of thousands of people in there. You can meet anybody from all around the country. They don't have to be on our team. They don't even have to be in Team Boom in general. I had actually worked with another girl who I met at a Super Saturday. Our teams have nothing to do with each other whatsoever, but we had similar business hours. So it's just called Success Partners Beachbody. If you want to search that in Facebook, I would recommend reaching out to obviously somebody on our own team first. But if somebody's schedule doesn't work with you, that's not a problem. Remember, no excuses. Remember, my coach quit 2 weeks after I signed up. Like really could have used, I wanted to use that as an excuse. Well, okay, so now it won't look bad because my coach quit, so I didn't have anybody to help me. Well, I have Google, I have YouTube, and I have FAQ on Beachbody. Make this happen. Guys, I want this for you so badly because it's not the income that has changed my life. It really isn't. It's that, like, it's just the community. Like, I really can't explain it to you in any other words. Like, yeah, maybe this is like what a cult feels like, but at least we're not trying to kill each other and poison each other. Like, we're all trying to, like, live, build each other up. And if I ever do get whipped that somebody's trying to poison us, I promise I'll take us out of here immediately. But please consider going to Summit. Please, please, please. So, Ashley, you're still eligible to earn your ticket free to Summit. Okay? That is called Success Starters. When you hit Success Club in your first 3 months of your business, meaning you have 3 people join you those first 3 months, 3 separate people, so total of 9. You earn your free Success Club ticket. Girls, you have to go. Like, every coach, like, if you are serious, even about matching your current income, about wanting to just buy a plane ticket to New Zealand, which, like, right now per person round trip is like $2,400. How cool would it just be to just buy it? And that does not even dent your savings or your checking account, right? Like, that'd be amazing. Go to a live event. I have always at least 1 to 2 coaches sign up after a live event because they see that I'm taking this seriously. I'm a part of a team that's, like, badass and building this business. And just to put into perspective for you, 80% of teams never even do a team call. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. You guys have such an awesome opportunity. Don't pass it up. All right? I love you all. Reach out to me if you want my Instagram, Hey Girl, and invite. Hell, I'm just going to post it anyway, so you guys can take advantage of it if you want. Share in Sunday's post in the Island of Team page. Actually, just let me share this with you super quick so you can see it. Whatever this is. So, computer's going to move slow right now. Okay, first off, this is a big thing. I just posted my one-on-one call times. If you guys want to do a call, actually this doesn't pertain to you because we're already setting up a new coach call anyway. For everybody else that's been a coach already, if you want to do a one-on-one call with me, please fill this out. All you do is click on it, edit your time, and on the right-hand side, I'm going to ask you to bring 2 people that you're talking to about a challenge pack, 2 people that you're talking to about coaching, or that you want to talk to them about it. You just don't know how to start that conversation. We'll go through that. We'll look at your conversations together. Wherever it was. Okay, so wherever this one says Sunday, if you guys can't find a post, so if you're looking to, like, post your to-do list, go up to here, search this group. Okay, perfect. It's right here. Sunday. So in your to-do list, comment below here, like, so say if this was Tori right now, you were going to say, like, 10 friend requests, 10 Hey Girls, 15 invites, 20 follow. Like, that's going to be your goal, right? So that when we do our one-on-one call, I can go back and look at this and ask you, okay, did you do your 15 friend requests today? Well, blah, blah, blah. Nope, go do them. And then call me back, okay? Post what your goals are for this week. And then if you guys want this, let me know. It's my to-do list thing. I don't mark, like, as you can see, it's not like I put in 28 tally marks. I just write it on a random piece of scratch paper, and when I'm done for the day, I just jotted it. So then I know, like, where I did really well, okay? So I can tell that toward the end of the week, I kind of start to fall off a little bit. So I just know, okay, I'm going to try to keep that momentum up. Or I know that, okay, I really sucked at sending Hey Girl messages this week. That's what I'm going to focus on next week, okay? Just self-evaluating. This business is so easy, guys. It's so simple. That's what I mean. So simple. It's so simple to send a Hey Girl. It's so simple to send a friend request. But why it's not easy is because of your fear or your self-doubt that you can't do this. The date of Summit is July 13th through July 16th. So I am working on getting an Airbnb so that all of us can be together. Because Amy, my coach, typically gets a hotel. I don't like it because it's extremely retardedly expensive. I don't want to be in one hotel room with 10 other girls in one bathroom. And it's New Orleans. Like, I want to be able to experience the culture and, like, be in one of those homes there and, like, have, because there's going to be a lot of free time. It's not, Summit is not, like, event after event after event after event. It's not training after training after training. Like, there's chunks of your day, like 6 to 8 hours, where you have free reign to do anything. And it's going to be 100 degrees. Okay, so it'll be nice to have a place that we can all go back and hang out and get to know each other and just chill together. Okay, also go back, do a power hour or something, things like that. I have a question. Where did I find the face? Okay, so I'll also show you guys this real quick. So when I log into Facebook, I don't have a news feed. Okay, so I just got rid of it. My computer's moving kind of slow right now. This stuff will pop up in a second. So why I don't have a news feed is because I have all my groups over here anyway. Okay, so like so when I log on and I go to like check groups, I do that for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night. All of my groups are right here. You can like get rid of some of this stuff, like hide from the shortcuts. And things like that. So like I have training, the Boom Fam for Emeralds and above. Team Tenacious is Amy, my coach's team page. Fit and Lead is obviously our challenge group. Island of Warriors is our team page. Miracle Morning is a free group. I'm going to get back into it, just falling off. And then Love Your Health is our, prep week group. I do have some things that I'm working on moving into April that to help us all have a free group. What I'm going to start doing is taking the people that are showing up every single day in Fit and Lean into a private exclusive group. Okay? I'm going to leave Fit and Lean open so that you can actually invite people to an ongoing free health and fitness group. Okay? So that will be your free group invite. So that every month you don't have to run your own free group. We'll keep Fit and Lean open. Any coach has free reign to post anything in it. But for new challengers, so new people just purchase a challenge pack, and then anyone that's actively participating. So for example, like Michelle Rios, you all know her. She is somebody that would go into the exclusive group. She posts every day. She comments every day. She's literally amazing. Keep in mind, it took Michelle 1 year and 2 months to order from me. 1 year and 2 months. And now she's like amazing, right? Be here a year from now. Post every day. Don't be afraid to follow up. Good to go? Thumbs up? Okay, I love you all. Bye. Let's do this.